appreciated that we have this program in place to help these people and individuals, residents, when they run into a situation like this. I mean, it's heartbreaking to hear, but luckily there are some things we are able to help. You know, but like you said, she's probably having to pay twice for the same thing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right. 6.18 is a motion to approve setting the public hearing for the fiscal year 2021/2022 city budget, including the property tax millage rate to be levied for April 20th, 2021. Any discussion on that? All right. That's the end of the agenda. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to discuss tonight? Any questions for anyone?
I like to bring up something, just so we could keep the public and all the council here. I'd still like for us to look into the possibility of finding a way. I know we get a lot of complaints about opening the meeting, the council meeting, and I think I brought this up several months back, that with the atrium being set right there and the door closed, I don't understand why we couldn't open up that atrium to have people sit and wait to come in and speak.
Well, as our lawyer pointed out, the biggest issue is right now, because I talked to Ed today, we've gotten 3 different opinions within the last week, I think it is. Technically, only 25 people can sit in this building, and this including us. Only 25 people would be able to sit in that atrium. Right. At that point, nobody would be allowed to enter. Once that happens, we would be in violation. So the safest thing to do is to not let anyone in to avoid that situation.
But it's just given an opportunity of 25, and if we had to have somebody, once they've got 25 people, nobody else can come in. It's no different than people not having access at all to see what we're doing.
We can't, the thing is once we would be in violation if we let the 25 in. If we have more, we can't have more than 25 in here and 25 out there.
Right, so you'd have additional chances to have 25 in the atrium.
If 40 people want to sit out there and we can only let 25 in, which 15 or 10 or whatever number we're talking about, who are we not going to let in the building? Who decides that?
Sure, we can't do that.
We can't, it's not how an open meeting act works, so. I think everybody up here
I'm prepared to
would love to have
Believe me, as soon as
everybody show up.
As soon as I get the go-ahead, we're opening people.
But I'd rather not to make a decision that leads to a direct violation of the Open Meetings Act, because I don't know who we're gonna ask, what city employee. Michelle, count the first 25 heads and the 26th guy that walks through the door, tell them you're not allowed in. We are gonna get a complaint and we would be in violation. So we're either gonna have to violate the governor's orders in terms of distancing and capacity, or violate the Open Meetings Act, or hope that 25 people or less show up. And that's what we've been advised against. But I'm with you. I wish we could open. I'd love to have everybody here. I don't think we should do it at the mercy of an Open Meetings Act violation.
But then we have to come up with a way to get this on Zoom, where everybody has an, remember, you got a lot of people that can't even get on Zoom. So, but we have to find a way to start opening this up where more people can get on and have more input and see what's going on. And that's going to be up to IT.
People can watch it on TV. If they don't have cable, they can stream it on their computer. And we've told them since we started doing this, they can email any questions they have in. The night before, they can do it tonight. If they have a question for tomorrow, we'll answer any questions. But the other thing is, we are here on these computers. We're able to be reached 24/7. Anybody can email us at any time. All you need to do is go to our city website, and I guarantee you, since I've been here, I get maybe since we've been in COVID, there's one gentleman that emails us on a regular basis from the city, and that's Mr. Keynes, with just nice suggestions. Hey, do you think about this? Do you think about that? Nobody has ever emailed me a question regarding city politics. I think I just got one the other day about a car wash.
A lot of people don't have computers either.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, we're doing everything we can, and until a lawyer tells us, I don't make that decision. Everybody wants to blame me, but you all have just as much input as I. But I'm usually the one communicating with every time we get an email or something, Cindy, send that email. Bang, I call it. Then 2 days later, we get another email from the county. They can't communicate with each other. The left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. I'm doing my best trying to figure it out. But all I'm saying is until a lawyer tells me, Tim, you can open up without any issues whatsoever. At that point, I will bring it to you guys and say, hey, what do you think? If you guys want to vote to open it up right now, that's fine. Let's vote and do it. We'll have to do it tomorrow. Yeah, we'll have to do it tomorrow.
I'll make the
And
motion.
and you make the motion, that's
Bring it
fine.
down.
And then we'll vote on that tomorrow. So,
Then I
but
think-
I'm just saying as of probably 4 o'clock today, I talked to Ed and that's what I was told. And I've always communicated to you guys, as soon as I get the opportunity, or I think we're in the clear to open, I will bring that to you guys. You know, but again, go ahead, Mr. Donovan.
So, we were thinking that the second meeting we might be open, so now we're not. Because of the surge, because of.
I was hoping, to be honest with you, I was hoping it would be April 1st. But as of right now, it's not looking that, because like you said, now the numbers are jumping way up. So, you know, it all depends on what the governor, the county, it's, you know, now they're saying that they're gonna rely on people to get the vaccine. So, I know we're not gonna be able to.
If somebody has a foolproof way of avoiding an Open Meetings Act violation.
That's the biggest
I'm
one.
voting yes.
Dan, that is the biggest
If
one.
we're
We
gonna
cannot
take a
violate
shot
the
at
open
it,
meeting.
just, and hope that enough people don't show up, then I'd be voting no. But if there's a surefire way to open it up to 100% of the people that wanna attend without a violation, I'm in.
Me too, 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
But the biggest one is the Open Meetings Act. That is the one that we cannot do. But we can vote on it tomorrow. Is there anything else anybody would like to discuss? Rito? Sure? Sure?
Evening, Council. Thanks for letting us come up under open business. As you guys are aware, we've kind of been charged with coordinating at the county, state, and from the federal level down, as you guys are discussing vaccines. So the city has been put in a position to try to help coordinate those for the residents of Taylor. Recreation, along with the clerk's office, Chelsea, events. We've had a great team effort, but it is growing. We partnered with Rite Aid and did 500 vaccines last week. Since Kroger contacted us, Kroger Pharmacies contacted us, reached out, and they want to vaccinate residents in Taylor. We're doing 600 of the Pfizer vaccinations and vaccines in partnership with Kroger on the 7th, this Wednesday at the Ford Senior Center. Well, Kroger wants to grow this relationship along with Rite Aid. They want to continue to do that until all of Taylor is vaccinated in a partnership with us. Well, that's putting a lot of stress on phone calls, return phone calls, scheduling appointments, and we're going to be doing 1,000 a week roughly is what the goal is, give or take, 700 to 1,000, whatever they get allotted from the state that they want to do at the Ford Center for Taylor residents. And now this is open from 18 and up, no restrictions, 16 to 18 with parents' permission and consent. So we've got to get a little smarter how we're booking appointments if we're going to continue to do this week in and week out. And what you have in front of you is just an example of a mailer that we wanted to get approval for that we'd like to bring under open business, put together to get to the residents. We've tried the Facebook campaign. We have it on our website. We're trying every avenue we can, but we don't think we're hitting everyone. And it's not fair just because if you're not on social media or you don't check the webpage that you're not notified or given the opportunity to schedule these vaccines. So what you have here is just a simple mailer that we would like to send out to the citizens, to roughly about 27,000 mailboxes, to get this into their hands where they could just scan a QR code or call the number. Our intent would be for them to scan the code, register themselves, pick a time slot that's available, the date, put their information in, and then they would get an email reminding them a day before their appointment, just through all this system that we'll do through this QR code. But there's cost with that, roughly about 36 cents. Purchasing had did a mailer a couple of weeks back for, I think, the rental assistance program. All in with postage and the mailer, about 36 cents. So if you do that to 27,000 mailboxes, you're at about $9,700. So we would be coming and asking for $10,000. We're going to cover it through general admin account right now, but then we would try to push it back to the CARES Act money when we receive it.
Yeah, I would think we should be able to use CARES Act money for that, for notifying the residents.
We would fund it through here for now. in hopes to be
It's
able.
really to ask Jason when the government doesn't even know how we can spend it until Jason
Jason's like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't even put that on Jason, that would be the intent and the goal, but to not do anything to get it where they get the opportunity to
Sure.
try to get the vaccine probably isn't the best solution.
Up and down.
I just wanna say thank you guys. You guys have stepped up. It's unbelievable what you guys have done. I mean, you guys should be applauded.
But
You've done a
that's
great
this team,
job.
yeah, not me, these guys are, man, they're carrying a lot of water, so they're doing they're doing a normal job. Like others.
Well, I think it's good too that we're reaching out to let the residents know that we have this in place. Now, it's
Yes.
their choice if they want to get it or not,
Absolutely.
you know, but it's still sending something, because like you said, if they're not notified, we can only do so much, but this is, you know, at least we know it's going to the house.
Yeah.
They also
Somebody,
have the choice too through the chair, too, when they sign up, they can select which vaccine they prefer. So if they have a preference, we get a lot of those calls. I only want the J&J, I only want the Pfizer, whatever it may be. When they sign up, what they sign up for is our database. We put them in a system once we have their vaccine preference available, or if they select no preference, get me on your first list, we send out a link for them to sign up directly. So what we're doing with this is we're building our database. What do you want? Once we have it, we push it out to them.
so
that
you can actually
they're not being
select which one they
bombarded.
want.
Yep, they're not being bombarded with, I don't want the Pfizer, why do I keep getting emails for it? They won't. So they'll get exactly what they want, and it's less work for us too, setting out this QR code.
I had just talked to someone actually today, and they mentioned Chelsea's name, because they wanted the Johnson one, and so they said, and she was so kind, and she got me on. You know, and then I said something about
It's
somebody,
amazing the job they've done.
yeah,
It's amazing.